It's taking too long.
Patience.
Patience? I don't see what patience has to do with this. It should have happened by now.
Life keeps to its own timetable, not ours.
Oh, doesn't stop us from trying. Good morning!
Your ruler has risen. Rejoice! And let bellow the horns of birth! Immortal protector of the nation, progeny of the great bloodlines, master of strategies, eternal conductor, and forger of matrimony.
We're here to advise you on how to handle ruling and commanding... every time.
The horns of battle!
Fine, we'll have to do this later. The Cadence is attacking. Heroes, jump in! The ruler will be with you shortly!
And off they go.
We'll explain later. We just need you to take command because our citizens, understandably, find it hard to trust a giant talking chalice.
We are not just a giant talking chalice.
But the nation will listen to you because you're of their blood.
Forged from the bloodlines of the great houses.
Oh, and one last thing. Unfortunately, the bloodline ritual that was used to create you also bound you to us. So you can never leave the throne.
But do not despair. You can still command your heroes. Look inward, and you will find that your mind can follow them anywhere.
Everybody here? All good? Okay, now hit them fast before they know what's happening.
Right.
First catch of the day.
We can't tell you much about the Cadence because not much is known. It's old, first sighted centuries ago. It cares only for destroying our nation with its corruption.
That's where pawns like you see here come in. Think of them as attack dogs the Cadence creates to spread corruption in the world.
Seeds, arguably the lowliest pawns, are more nuisance than menace.
If you're going to remember one thing, don't let those runts form a posse. Keep them apart.
Otherwise it'll be like when caber jacks get together at a tavern. How about that, eh?
One down, untold millions to go. That could have been worse. At least they belong to heroic bloodlines.
Yes, we forgot to mention, normal humans cannot survive even a single touch from the Cadence, but because the bloodlines of your heroes are attuned to us and have our power flowing through them, we have a fighting chance.
they'd rather stay back and snipe at you than fight up close.
Be wary. Your heroes are hit, they may forget some of their combat training. The mind is just as vulnerable as the body.
Another notch!
Lives saved are the real trophies of the day.
Heroes fight harder when they know they're taken care of.
So, this is day one mission. And you have to protect all this land. I'll try to. Where you can put
The horns of birth. A cause for celebration indeed.
Babies have been born before today.
And it was glorious every time, was it not?
What, unbearable shrieking and smells that are even worse? That's your idea of glorious.
Yes.
It always feels weird accomplishing something without having beaten it into submission.
Should have seen my books after I was done with them. Before, you were making choices on the battlefield. Now, we'll be making choices on the battlefield of life. What?
Come on.
I will not apologize if I'm passionate about...
You know when you guide the heroes in battle? Well, sometimes the people, your heroes included, will want your advice on matters they can't decide themselves.
They'll be putting their choices in your hands, and sometimes their lives.
And the decisions you make may affect the morale of the nation.
Unfortunately, we've learned that the cadence feeds off grief and malcontent. So if something tragic happens, corruption can spread very quickly.
But the opposite is true too.
We will trust your decisions, whatever they end up being.
Alright then, so today these two were attending a war outside of the capital as peacekeepers. The speaker, blah blah blah. Do nothing. Sully punish them. I don't know.
Finally, some action!
As you have no doubt surmised by now, it takes time for the cadence to create its pawns. So they're only able to attack every few years. Unfortunately, you cannot fight back multiple incursions at the same time. Our primary focus is charging up to destroy our enemy, and we can only allot enough of our energy to send out one group of heroes at a time.
Pawns don't last long outside of the cadence either. So even if you win one battle, it'll be too late to fight the other.
Choose wisely, and
Blow the horns! Yeah! Do you feel it? That little tingling in the air before a fight? I know they do.
here is where you can make any last-minute substitutions or preparations before you deploy your heroes to battle. And once you give the word, they'll jump in, and we'll handle the rest.
Make sure they close their mouths when they jump.
It's a fine day for battle, all things considered.
Every day is a fine day for battle.
Found one of our alchemists. A brilliant mind in a delicate body.
Not worth much in a close quarters battle, but they make up for it with their nasty exploding flasks.
Just watch out for friendly fire.
The explosions are big, so aim well, or keep your heroes back. Trust us, you don't want to be on the receiving end of one of their concoctions. This is a caberjack. They hit things with a caber. Sometimes they hit hard and put things down. Other times they hit not so hard and just knock things out.
That's all you're going to say.
Simplest way of life there is.
Caberjacks. Profound purveyors of violence.
Now tell me that wasn't fun.
sludge from whence they came. Quite a mind for strategy you have. I had a bit of deja vu watching this one.
That skirmish up at Burke's Hollow?
The third day of the Second Battle of Kendor.
Forgot about that one.
With the map. Sound the horns of passing.
It's tough, but now you've got an idea of what to expect from this campaign. Lots of horns.
Your partner will return to your retinue, and you'll have to appoint a new regent and partner to continue the bloodline. Your heroes await your decision. This might take some thought.
I'm glad I don't have your job today. Why it pays to always have your heroes on standby.
Getting out of the capital will be victory enough for them.
I'm gonna let you guys decide for this one or this one. This one again, or maybe this one. Experience for each character. But I'm sure to see this one. Personally, I'll go for this one. But I'll let you guys decide what ones. Yes, so I'll see you next video. Remember, comment this one or this one.